In the post-apocalyptic game The Last of Us, one of the most effective weapons that you can use is the shiv. The only issue is that they have limited durability before breaking, and scavenging for materials to craft more can prove difficult. When you eventually play as Ellie, you realize just how formidable she is when instead of shivs, she has an unbreakable switchblade, which can also be wielded as a melee weapon. This item can be viewed in her inventory during idle animations, and it also appears in the windowsill after beating the game. You don't learn much about its history throughout the campaign, but according to the comics which precede the game, it was handed down by Marlene, who said it belonged to Ellie's mother, Anna. The knife also returns in The Last of Us Part 2. And the cosplay guide released by Naughty Dog gives us the most detailed look at it yet. It is described as a small Italian mini stiletto bayonet with a wood handle and ivory inlay. I think the significance of Ellie's switchblade is somewhat comparable to the watch that was given to Joel by his daughter Sarah, the guitar given to Ellie by Joel, or even the bracelet given to Ellie by Dina, all of which have seen official replicas. But for what I can only assume are legal reasons, it is probably unlikely we'll ever see an officially licensed switchblade. Still, something about these mementos or keepsakes appears to be a recurring theme, and having physical replicas help bring the fictional world to life. Ellie's switchblade would be the highlight of any display, so I scoured the web to see if maybe it was designed or modeled after an actual knife, and the closest thing I could find was a series by Frank Beltram. While they have a large variety of styles to choose from, none of the handles match the one from the game. I did reach out to ask if they would be willing to make it, but unfortunately they don't accept any custom requests. So I came up with a plan B, and I went ahead and ordered 2 knives, one with a wood handle and another with imitation ivory. Then I found a knife maker named Elijah based out of Texas, who also has a YouTube channel called Fire Creek Forge. And I asked if he'd be willing to combine the 2 handles into the design I was looking for, considering I don't have the right tools or know-how to do it myself, and he actually accepted. I'll leave links to his channel and website in the description. He does some amazing work, and personally I find it incredibly relaxing watching this type of stuff. You know, similar to cosplayers or miniature architects, any masters of their craft at work transforming seemingly boring materials into living works of art. Elijah was also kind enough to share some images of his process. Result, nearly identical to Ellie's knife and fully functional. There are a few inconsistencies. For example, the inlays don't quite match up. The front one doesn't quite go up far enough, even though the back one is fine. That's really my only gripe about it. He did mention that the wood split and had to be repaired, and it appears the inlay cracked a little bit as well, but I don't mind a little wear and tear at all, as that just gives it character. Also, the safety lock was a lot stiffer before I sent it off to him, and it's a lot smoother now, so that's definitely an improvement. Overall, my expenses came out to roughly $400. That includes the 2 knives, the custom commission work, and all of the shipping. So definitely not cheap, but this is a quality knife based on a game that I love, and I am thrilled to have it in my collection.